Hiya, my name's Charlie and welcome to my channel. And as you can tell from the title, this is going to be all the unread books on my Kindle. Well, it's not going to include the ones that I'd previously mentioned on a video many years ago. I'll put it on screen, of like the free books on Kindle. So any ones that I haven't read from that, I'm not including. But yeah, I won't go into the premise of any of these books because some of them I don't even know. And yeah, as I was saying, and sorry, that's what I was saying. With my Kindle, it's like my guilty, it's not a guilty pleasure because I love reading from my Kindle. I'd say 20% of my books I listen to on audio. The majority of my books I read physical format, and then like a small amount which I do read maybe 10% on Kindle. But with the Kindle books, it's so easy to just keep buying them. So if you're watching this, Richard, no, he won't watch this. My husband never watches it. But I've got so many of them. I don't even know how many unread books. I'll probably keep a count on the screen or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how many are actually on here. And I'll put pictures of them all there. So yeah, the first one am I even going to be able to read them? Because I'm looking on my, can you see? And it's really small. So yeah, yeah. The first one is, I'm going to put it closer. This is how old I am. So, Why Dust Shall Never Settle Upon This Soul. And this is, I do know this is a poetry collection, and it's by a trans-Asian author. So yeah. Next one I've got that I can actually see quite easily without having to pull it up to my face is Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu. I think I got this as like a 99p one. Quite a lot of these are 99p ones that I got as deals on here. Maybe I Don't Belong Here by David Harewood. That's a memoir. Talking about race identity, and yeah, he's a famous actor, British actor. I've also got people in it's an anthology of working class. Got loads of names and names, famous people. Really interesting. I think it was 99p or quite reasonably priced. So yeah, yeah, that's why I got that one. The next one is Of Closets and Skeletons and Other Crime Stories. I don't know. Ooh, I do remember this. This is because I found this one because Jyotsna from Jyotsna Reads, I think that's the name of her book, her channel. I love her channel so much. I think it was one that was promoting and talking about, and I think it may have even been free, that one. Yeah, so that's an Indian author, and yeah, it does what it says on the tin. Right, the next one I've got is Scarlett, Carnation by Laila Ibrahim. I don't know what that one's about. I feel like she's quite a famous author and she's written quite a few books. Violets by Alex Hyde. This is one I heard about from Bob the Bookerer. I get lots of recommendations from Bob. Yeah, and this is one he raved about and said how so brilliant it was, and so I definitely want to get to that one. Yeah. We Are All Birds of Uganda by Hafsa Zayan. I don't feel like I need to, lots of people have heard of this one as well, so that's quite famous. The next one, A Narrative of the Life of Fredrick Douglass. Yeah, so this is like a classic, and I don't think it's actually very long, and I was really interested to pick this one up, so yeah, that's why I got that one. An Heir to Murder by Charles Heathcote. Oh, my Charlie. I love Charlie. Always an excuse every single video to talk about Charlie. Yeah, this was obviously my friend Charles Heathcote writes books, and it's his crime books, and it's the one I haven't actually read yet. Yeah, I think it's the only one I haven't read yet. I think that's right. And yeah, I think he was advertising one day. He had it for free on Kindle, and so I picked it up. I would have got it anyway. Anyway, but yeah, that one. So that's that one. Want to support Charlie? I will need to get to it soon. Sorry, Charlie. I will. Another one which I haven't read is, all of these I haven't read, is Chlorine Sky by Mahogany Browne. I think this is a novel told in verse. So yeah, interested about that one. Another one, this one by Langston Hughes. It's The Weary Blues by Langston Hughes, and this is a poetry collection. I'm fairly certain it's one of Langston Hughes's poetry collections. All right, another one is Karitas Untitled. Oh, this is a translated title. Oh, it's even, and on the actually on the cover, that I can see, even though it's very, very small, so I don't need to watch it. See, it's a translate. It's got the translator on it. It's written by Kristin, Marja. I'm not going to say it. Baldursdottir, and it's got the translator Philip Broughton. So the translator is Philip Broughton. I'm pleased that the translator is there. Like an Icelandic fiction. It says it's best known, so yeah, translator of many Iceland's best known authors. So this is Icelandic fiction. Oh, How We Met by Human Qureshi. She was on, Human Qureshi was shortlisted for, I can't remember which prize, and it's going to drive me crazy because I watched it on Gem of Books' channel. I know that she had read, was it shortlisted or longlisted? Anyway. It was listed for one of the book prizes recently. I'll put it across the screen. Yeah, so Inferno. I keep going like this. Well, that's going to help. Inferno, a memoir of motherhood and madness. I always pick up quite a lot of like non-fiction on my e-reader. Yeah. I've got Isabel, again, speaking of memoir, Isabel Allende, The Soul of a Woman. I've read a few Isabel Allende's and I really love her writing. I've got one right behind me. Have I got one right behind me? Yes, I have. Yeah, I've got Violetta by Isabel Allende, which I read at the beginning of the year and enjoyed, even though I did enjoy The Long Petal of the Sea slightly more, but this is a really good book. Isabel Allende is a really good author, so yeah. This is why I picked up, I'm going to hear it banging on the floor, it's falling. This is why I picked up that. I've also got, I can see it's really small. I've got Yoko Ogawa's one. I think this is The Professor, The Housekeeper and the Professor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so excited to get that. I loved Yoko Ogawa's, I've read a few of Yoko Ogawa's works and I really enjoy them. Oh, this is a middle grade, and they're so hard to say. Right, okay. Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, and I don't know, Grace Lynn, is it? Right, that's that one. Middle grade. I think I heard that on How to Train by Gavin, How to Train Your Gavin. Excuse me. Right. Stacking up, isn't it? I've got Sister in Arms by, is it Kaya Alderson? I remember thinking this one sounded really interesting, so I've got that one. Indian Summer, The Secret History of the End of an Empire. This is non-fiction, and it was one again that Jyotsna raves about how, and I think she said that it's a really good place to start with finding out a lot about India's history. So yeah, that's why I got that one. I remember Abu by, this is by Hamian Azad. And this is, I think, a middle grade, I think. So, yeah, another Indian author. I've got, as I scroll down, it also includes on my Kindle, which I don't want to keep saying the word Kindle, it also includes all my Audible subscription things, which is annoying. So when I'm scrolling through it, I have to try and get past them. This one is, I've got, I'm going to put it right to my face. Black No More by George. I don't know, I can't read because it's too small. Black No More by George Schuyler. That's, I don't know who I heard that from. It might have been from Pater's channel, so I don't really know, I can't remember. Radio Silence by Alice Osman I've got on here. Oh yes, Radio Silence, because I haven't read that one by Alice Osman. I've read quite a few Alice Osman, but not that one. On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. It says I've got here, because I've put it to click to tell me unread books. I've got Where the Fruit Falls by Karen Wilde, and this is an Indigenous Australian author, I believe, or First Nations Australian author. But I know I started this. This is one I think I DNF'd because I just couldn't get into it. I might have to try it again though, to be honest, because that was one that Jacqueline raved about 6 minutes for me when she was. I remember her talking about that one. How much brilliant that was. Right, I've also got The Beauty of Your Face by Sarah Mustafa. Yeah, that's quite a lot of people know about that one. That's a YA one, and it's surrounding gun violence, I believe. Right, getting through them. Slay by Brittany Morris. Have I got any more? This is all my Audibles. I've got loads and loads of Audibles. Ooh, I think I've got the 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. I've got some Alyssa Coles, A Princess in Theory. I've got one Alyssa Cole, Princess in Theory. That's one I really want to get to because that's a romance, but everyone raves about Alyssa Cole, so I feel like I don't know why I haven't got to it. I think it's because I don't normally head to romance, to be fair, but it would be worth a try. That is all, because I feel like I'm getting to the bits where I think a lot of these now I've we're getting near the bits where I'm getting near the classics, which I've already spoken about previously, as I said. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I think there's one that I've partway through, Gender Games by Juno Dawson, but Gender Games by Juno Dawson, which is, I think that's her first, was that her first non-fiction? I don't know, let me know in the comments below if you know. Yeah, that's it. So those are all my unread books on the Kindle. You will have the figure here of how many books that is. It's probably a lot, because obviously I could tell it's a lot and it's too many. I should start reading more from my Kindle rather than just my physical books, and prioritising them, but you do what you do. So yeah, I do really find that my e-reader is especially useful for when my hands are hurting, because I can just sit back and I don't really have to worry about it too much. It's much easier than reading a physical copy. So yeah, I need to read more Kindle books. Yeah, but anyway, I knocked it. Anyway, let me know if you also struggled to get, have you also got a big load of unread books on your e-reader? Let me know if you've got any favourite books that you've read on your e-reader, or books that you love in general. Just tell me all the books. Tell me all the books that you love. Tell me any of the bargains you get, because you often can get some good bargains. I know, and also, and I wanted to say as well, is that I know Amazon isn't the best, it's a terrible company, so I know I'm not trying to, I know I do in the future, if I need to replace my e-reader, I will get a different e-reader to a Kindle probably, but yeah, so yeah, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video, yeah, and sending lots of love. Goodbye.